Lamia is a religious 28 years old girl, and this age in our Arab society is frowned upon if the girl is single, so she was suffering from the pressure of her parents, and one day a rich young man from a family of her stature proposed to her. But Lamia, after she and her family met the young man at her house and his family prayed an Istikhara prayer, her heart contracted and she asked her father to apologize to the young man. The father insisted on completing the betrothal and told his daughter that he would go with her and the young man tomorrow to buy betrothal clothes, and as for the Istikhara prayer, she should also remember the saying of Almighty and beware of hating something that is good for you. The next day, Lamia went with her father to meet the young man at the clothing store. He did not receive them well and they found him ahead of them by steps, leaving them behind without paying attention to them in the crowd until he got separated from him. So the father got angry and asked himself, is this the man my daughter will live with for the rest of her life? However, the father waited for a call from the young man's phone to ask where they were to return to them. But he did not call, so the father and daughter returned to their home and refused to complete the engagement. Then the father retrieved the details of the meeting between the two families at his home yesterday and discovered how much the young man and his family had arrogance. And days later, the father learned that this young man had bad manners, so he apologized to his daughter and was convinced of her opinion. After a while, a religious young man proposed to Lamia, and although his financial situation is much lower than the first one, Lamia, after she prayed the Istikhara prayer, her heart opened and she agreed to see him. And while sitting next to her father in front of the young man, the mother came up to put coffee cups on the table, and one of the cups slipped from her hand and was about to fall on Lamia's hand, but the man covered her hand on impulse. Lamia retracted her hand shyly, happy with him proving his love for her. Before Lamia went to her husband's house, her sister asked her about how to pray the Istikhara prayer, and she said to her, the Prophet says, if they are one of you, let them kneel 2 rakahs without the obligatory and say, O God, I am asking your knowledge and your ability, and I ask you great pleasure, because you appreciate and I don't appreciate, and you know what I don't know, and you are aware of the unseen. O God, if you know that this matter and here you call your need is good for me in my religion, my pension, and the consequences of my matter, then bless me in it, O God. And if you know that this matter is evil for me in my religion, my pension, and the consequences of my matter, then dismiss it from me and distract me from it, and appreciate the good for me where it was, and then please me with it.
وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ.